says, I want to know Christ. That is his purpose in life, but it's also an indication that he would give up his life for Jesus. Is there anyone that you would give up your life for? Anything that you would give up your life for? Matthew chapter 16, verse 24 says, those who lose their life for my sake, Jesus says, will find it. So life is precious, and we learn that at an early age. We learn to preserve it. We learn to protect it. What could be more important to any self than the life of that self? Jesus grabs his audience with that statement, shakes them up a little bit, and challenges them and us. Challenges really our natural assumptions with two antithetical clauses: save and lose, lose and find. He doesn't offer arguments. He doesn't really even offer reasons. He just sort of shouts, stop, and then makes some sweeping claims, some very sweeping claims of an absolutely opposite sort of lifestyle. A good friend of mine named Craig, this was years ago, was telling me what it was like when he was in Vietnam. And honestly, he told me about an incident that happened where a number of people, including him, were pinned down behind enemy lines. And a number of people in his little group, I don't know if it was a platoon or whatever, but a number of people in his little group were killed and a number were wounded. And it took time for the support helicopters to come to pull these men out. The choppers came and left twice. And the last time they showed up, they didn't have room to bring everyone. And so the sergeant or whatever, whoever was in charge, said to my friend Craig, just leave those two men that are wounded because they're not going to make it anyway. Craig said, I'm not going to do that. You go ahead. And if you can send that chopper back for us, we'll all go. That is what happened. The helicopter left with the people that it had, came back, pick up my friend and the two men that were wounded. But it was clear that in that circumstance, my buddy Craig was willing to give up his own life for those two people that were fighting beside him. Today, Jesus says, for whom are you willing to give up your life? For what might you be willing to give up your life? So many people would say, Paul would say, in fact, I'm willing to give up my life for my faith, for Jesus, whom I believe in. My friend was willing to give his life for his buddies. Today, you and I can hear all over again those words of Jesus, those words of Paul. How important it is for you and I to have a focus, a purpose, but also to know for what or for whom we would be willing to sacrifice our own life. Honestly, isn't that what Grace to Go, when it comes right down to it, is all about?